Greetings everyone, it's Seven from London and I'm coming back with another video. I'm holding my phone, people, so I'm making this video. It's also really late at night. I want to make this video. First of all, I want to say shout out to everybody who has been, worried about me, concerned about me. I'm okay, I'm being looked out for by some brothers. Shout out to them, they know who they are. And as many of you know, I have been terrorized by people who have stolen my work, my profits, my awards, my credits, my royalties, and they've been terrorizing me for the last 19 years and trying to murder me. And so I want to make this video actually to say a massive shout out to Kanye West. Right now he's really getting it left, right and centre, and it takes a lot of courage to do what he's done. And for people like me, I've been sounding the alarm about the entertainment industry for 2 decades. 2 decades. I sued 10 corporations and won, many years ago, and I'm still targeted, I'm still being abused. I've had everything stolen from me. I'm supposed to be a very wealthy woman, like Kanye, billionaire, trillionaire, and my work is making people billions and billions of pounds, and I haven't received one penny. Instead, they've tried to kill me. So when Kanye West is talking about the industry, you people have to read between the lines. He's not the first person. People have been sounding the alarm on the entertainment industry for many, many decades. Look at all the artists that have died under mysterious circumstances. Look at what's happened to Whitney Houston. Shout out to Layla Brown as well. She's been exposing that Whitney Houston was murdered. Her daughter was murdered. The son of Bobby Brown was murdered. The young man that Bobby Christina was going out with was murdered. I mean, we're talking about something that has gone on for decades. How many artists have just met their demise, and it's always the money is at the root of it. It's always money at the root. What some people will do for money is horrendous. It's beyond the scope of what most ordinary, normal people would do. So a lot of people look at the industry and they know something's wrong. Something is wrong. We have an industry that has been terrorizing us as people of color for literally decades. People are more often than not stolen from, exploited. It's a slavery. They're running a slavery camp in the entertainment industry, and people need to start sounding the alarm and calling it out. Now, what's interesting for me is the whole Black Lives Matter thing, which Candace Owen has flagged up in her documentary. Shout out to Candace Owen. I salute you, my sister. Shout out to Candace Owen because she flagged up that £80 million was collected out of all of you beautiful people who recognize that we people of colour are being exploited. Everybody knows it. It's been going on wherever we go, wherever we are in the world, we're being exploited and we're being abused, and it is worse than ever. There's a culture of abuse of black people. And what Kanye West, if you listen properly and you just get past all the talking points, White Lives Matter t-shirt, and what he said about Jewish people, the reality is we have a crisis going on where people are being brutalized. It's a genocide going on in the entertainment industry and the music industry, and that's the real story that people are trying to divert your attention from. We are being targeted, we're being stalked. When you spoke about the Me Too movement, you spoke about people in regards to the casting couch, but there's also people being exploited. There's also people that are creative whose works are being stolen, and it's not that they just stop there. Once they steal from you, they come after you again and again and again and again. They hack your machines, they terrorize your life, they break into your house, they will try to murder you. This is what is going on in that industry. So this is why I'm saying a massive thank you to Kanye West. Right now, what we're seeing is the parting of the Red Sea. It's the parting of the Red Sea, metaphorically speaking, because don't get it twisted. Kanye West made those, and I have to say yay because he's changed his name, right? He's made those companies billions. His vision, his talent, his gift made people billions and billions of pounds, okay? Now, what I would say is that he should start putting his energy, because it's all currency, everything is energy. Okay, when we talk about £1 billion, what you're talking about, he has the ability to draw people. Doesn't matter if he's got £1 billion or £1 million, he has the capacity to draw people in. And that's what they were endorsing with him. Okay, in the same way, the public are the people that have the power. It's the people who buy the trainers, it's the people who buy the merch, all the merchandising that is being paid, bought from these companies. You are the people, you, the public, are the people that have the power, because it's the spending power that is what makes these companies very wealthy. Now, as much as they can drop Kanye West, if every artist was to come out and say, look, you're exploiting us, we've had enough of it, you're stealing from us, you're abusing us, we're not having it anymore. It wouldn't be so bad if it was just thievery, but we're talking about people being killed for their copyrights. Listen to what Layla Brown is saying about what happened to Whitney Houston. It's horrific. She was beaten. She said that she fought for her life. Whitney fought for her life. The reason why she fought for her life was because people wanted her copyrights. It's being done to me. That's why I'm having to stay with brothers right now. Now, there's a lot of amazing companies, black companies, all over the world, Kanye. You don't need to have these established companies. Right now, you have energy, and most people are interested in what you have to say. Obviously, there's a lot of people slagging you off right now, but you have to put your attention to the fact that you have clout, you have an audience, and you're an intelligent black man with vision. This is something that will take you wherever you want to go. You know, as far as I can see, this brother has got free. He's got free from the shackles, and it looks like to me that he wanted to get free. It looks like he wanted to get free to do what he wanted to do, because let's be real here. The whole thing about celebrities are there to keep you asleep. So it was okay that people pushed the whole Black Lives Matter narrative. The reality was, as Candace Owen has flagged up, not one black organization got a penny. That money that was collected from our suffering and our demise was it didn't go into our communities at all. It went into the same supremacist people who created the whole Black Lives Matter movement. They exploited the fact that they know that everybody in the world knows we're the most exploited, brutalized, abused, terrorized people on the universe. Everybody knows it. That's why Black Lives Matter as a hashtag was so successful. Now, on the other hand, him putting White Lives Matter on a t-shirt did the opposite, and this is why there's a backlash. I know a lot of people misread it. It wasn't designed to make it look like what Kanye West is interested in white people above black people. I did not read it that way at all, and I don't think he intended it that way. If you listen to what he's actually saying, he's saying that he's being stolen from, and because he's a black man, he's being abused. He's talking about he wants all the industries to start bringing out all the contracts that they're getting people to sign. He said a lot of very intelligent things. If you sit down and you listen to what this man is saying, and you don't take the hype, and you look at the meaning behind what he's saying, you'll recognize something is wrong. Something has been wrong for too long. That's the problem right here. So we need to start recognizing that there is an industry that is literally, there are monsters in there. There are people who are not, I don't know what they are. I can't really classify them as people because these people are heartless, they're brutal. It's like money is their God. So we have to transition away from those kind of people until they recognize everybody has a right to their own labor. If we create something, we want to be paid for it just like they want to be paid. We have a right to be paid, and we have a right not to be silenced by brutality. We have a right, and this is something that everybody has to start paying attention to. It's interesting that I think Justin Bieber's wife wore the White Lives Matter t-shirt, but she hasn't got any flack from it. Why is it when a black man wears that t-shirt that he's getting so much flack? Yet this woman married to Justin Bieber wore the same t-shirt. I don't think anybody was coming up against her. Why is that? You have to start asking some questions. Kanye West and people like Kanye West are there to keep you, being a consumer, spending your money, buying trainers. You're not supposed to think. You're not supposed to question the fact that all these people are dying and that we are being brutalized and we're sounding the alarm. You're not supposed to question those things. You're supposed to go and buy yourself their trainers. Just keep putting money in their bank accounts. That's what you have to recognize is going on here. All of those people who have pulled away from Kanye, if everybody was to do the same thing, trust me, they'd be coming back in a hurry. If all the artists were to stand up in solidarity and say, no, it's true, people are being brutalized, even to stand up for people like Whitney, all of Prince, look at Prince, Sam Cooke, Jimi Hendrix, it's been going on for decades. Right now, we have a hashtag which is back off. And I need everybody to support that hashtag. If you are in support of people being treated with respect, people like myself not being stalked, we're being gang stalked right now. We're being targeted, gang stalked, terrorized for our genius in one way or another. That's what's really going on. And I have to thank Kanye West and people like Kanye West, even people like Monique. A shout out to my sister Monique when she was shouting about her as a black woman not being paid the same as her white counterparts. That's a fact. In my case, in the UK, I have not been paid 1 penny for my famous shows. They've been running these shows for the last 18 years. My famous shows, 18, 19 years. We're talking about Strictly Come Dancing, Dancing with Stars, You Are What You Eat, 10 Years Younger. I've got a massive catalogue which has been stolen from me. I won a massive case in the Royal Courts of Justice. And 19 years later, even though I've been to court, I won my court case. Instead, they've tried to murder me. They've stolen my home, they've stolen my possessions, and they've been terrorizing me non-stop. That's the real story that you people are not paying attention to, and you need to wake up. Wake up. It doesn't matter what race of people are in there or not in there. They're monsters. There are people in there that are monsters. They're greedy, they're selfish, and they're wicked, and they don't care who they hurt to get money from us. That's what's really going on, and that's the story we need to be telling to everybody. Now, shout out to everybody who's being gang stalked, whatever colour you are. It's wrong. It's wrong. But what is being done to us as people of colour is horrific. It's been centuries of abuse. and we've had enough of it. That's why we're running the hashtag back off. We have melanated sisters, black sisters, indigenous sisters in the UK. Literally, our homes are being taken from us. People are being put onto the streets. I'm talking about professional women. I'm not talking about people who are choosing to live on the street or, don't want to work or whatever. I'm talking about professional women who are literally on the streets, below 16 years old and above 70 years old in the UK. It's all over the world though, it's not just in the UK. There's been reports about it by big organisations, like Shelter, I think it's the Public Interest Law, have done 2 reports about what's happening to black women. People who are domestically abused are being denied services, so they're stealing people's homes, stealing our wealth, stealing our lives, and throwing people onto the streets. This is what's happening, and they're trying to criminalize homelessness in America, I believe. This is a situation that's been out of control for a very long time, and it's time for us to sound the alarm in order to change it. It will never change otherwise. Kanye West is not saying anything anybody else hasn't said. He's just a big name. He's a big name and he's a courageous brother, and I salute you for standing up and saying what you're saying, because it's the truth. Okay, I don't care about colour. I don't judge people by colour or race or religion. I judge people on the merits of their character. Right now, we have a situation where there are people who are entitled. They think they're entitled to kill people for their copyrights. They think they're entitled to terrorize people for their copyrights. It's enough. Back off. Start paying for what you get. If you want our ingenuity, you want our genii, you have to be prepared to pay for it. These people have been hacking my computer forever. Anytime I come up with anything, they hack my machines to steal my work. They're parasites. They're like leeches and parasites. That's what they are. One of the things that Kanye said, he said that a lot of artists are bullied to keep quiet, but a lot of people are losing the fear. And it's true, there's a lot of people losing the fear now. They recognize and listen. What's the point? If you let people just bully you and terrorize you, because this is domestic terrorism, if you just let people bully you and terrorize you because they want what is yours, they'll kill you. If you don't say anything, they will kill you. Look at how many people are killed, and all of those people never spoke up. All the Whitneys and the Princes, they should have spoke when they had the time to speak. This is the time to speak. God is all over this situation, people. I'm telling you, the Most High is all over this situation, because it's enough. There needs to be serious investigations into what's going on in the entertainment industry, because it's gone too far. Kanye West said, or Ye, sorry, I keep calling him Kanye. Sorry, brother, I have to get used to your new name, Ye. But one of the things you said that I picked up on was that it was the media was Goliath. How comes people are not picking up on that? You mentioned about the contracts. I listened carefully to everything you said, and I don't understand why your own people are literally being not getting it. It's so clear. You put White Lives Matter on a t-shirt. Why should you be terrorized and crucified for writing White Lives Matter? It's a fact. This is how it is. The same people that gave us Black Lives Matter is the white supremacists. Wasn't it started by George Soros, the whole Black Lives Matter movement? And Candace Owen did a fantastic documentary, I'm not saying that every single thing that Kanye West said is fact, I agree with everything. There's some things that I don't. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to read between the lines of what he's trying to do. He's flagging up that there's abuse happening. And I think all of these companies pulling away from him is a great opportunity for the rise of the melanated people, indigenous people of these lands, what they call black people. This is a great time, people. Get behind Kanye. Kanye, start linking with your brothers and sisters that have black businesses, that recognize what you're doing. It doesn't even matter about whether the people are black that have businesses, but people who recognize that there is a new world order and that people have been running the industry in ways that are barbaric. Lots of people know that. You don't need to have brown skin to see that. You don't need to have be a person of color to see that, but you need to start building with your brothers and sisters. There's a lot of money in the black pound. We are the people that are making their trainers pop. Look at Run DMC. It was Run DMC that created the massive wave of people getting into trainers. You know, the hip hop industry has created the sportswear and all that kind of branding, all that consumer, all those type of merchandises is what I mean. That came about with the birth of hip hop. So, sound the alarm, people. Signing out, 7 from London.